Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year! This is the first video I'm making of this year, and I thought what better way to start off the year than to do a reading journal setup video. I've never made a reading journal before, but I thought this year I would make one because I kind of want to read more, you know? I haven't been reading much lately. In 2020 I read a total of 3 books, which is absolutely horrendous. So I thought I'd make a reading journal so I can track my reading habits and I guess how many books I'm reading in 2021. As you can see right now, I'm just busy making kind of a cover page for the reading journal because I'm not starting a new journal for this, or I'm not using a new notebook for this reading journal. I just decided that I would use the one that I was already using to make notes for the books that I have read in the past. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm just continuing on in the book that I was already using to make notes about books I was reading. Goodness, that's a mouthful. So here I was just basically making a cover page for it. I just went onto Pinterest and found a bunch of pictures that I liked and that I thought would fit the kind of vibe, if you will, or the look of what I was going for, what I imagine when I think of like reading. I sort of decided on a color scheme that I was going to use to make notes about the books that I'm reading in, or yeah, whatever you want to call it. So I kind of just chose colors that fit with the pictures that I printed out, and sort of landed on this earthy kind of orange, brown, green tones, which I'm happy with. This is the next page. I'm just writing out the heading books to be read, because this is where I'm going to list all of the books that I want to read this year. I forgot to mention that my reading goal this year is probably quite unrealistic considering the amount of books I read last year, but this year I decided I want to read 1 book a week, meaning that I'll be reading 52 books this year. I don't know if I will actually end up reading that many books this year, but I'm going to try my very best, which means that I will have to dedicate time every single day to reading, otherwise I will fall horribly behind on this goal. I've recently been liking this kind of old English, Oxford style, newspaper style typeface, so I just copied that down from my computer, the picture that I found of this kind of typeface, and then I just went on to Goodreads and found all of the cover pictures for the books that I want to read this year and printed them out. I must say they did turn out bigger than I wanted them to. I thought they were going to print out slightly smaller than they did, but they didn't, so I just ended up using more pages to stick all the pictures of book covers that I wanted to use. I did kind of try and color coordinate them a little bit, but my color coordinations changed, as you'll see in the next clip. On these 2 pages I sort of did it in columns, and then on the next few pages I did them in rows. And also I discovered that I didn't have enough books that were all in the same color range to continue color coordinating them right till the end. So the books at the end kind of just were a mismatch of attractions, if you will. Here you can see I switched over to to color coordinating by row, and the covers of the books that I'm sticking in now are the ones that didn't really have a matching color friend to go with them. I also realized in the end that I forgot to print out 4 book covers that I had downloaded, because somehow, I don't know, they just sort of fell out of my path. I didn't see them, so I'll have to print those out later and add them in. And then on the next pages of the journal, I'm just probably going to be adding notes for books that I'm currently reading, if I have any notes that I want to write down. And other than that, that's all I have to say about my book journal. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more like this. Let me know what else you want me to make this year. I'll see you all in next week's video. Have a nice day, have a nice year, have a nice life if you never come back to my channel again. Anyway, bye guys.